so you guys heard the song earlier, it's getting hot in here, but around the coast, it's not gonna be as hot. So in Pasadena, well, in Irvine, you can see that it's gonna be 89 degrees. As you go up, though, you see Pasadena is gonna be 93 degrees. And when you get to Lancaster, whew, I wanna take off my jacket, it's gonna be so hot. Man, like Beyonce, I feel like I should be walking.
Well, just do that then.
Oh,
what's this one?
Shoot!
Look at that, those moves. Emmanuel Sanders, welcome to Good Day L.A. Good to have you here.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, talk to us about that. What's that about?
It's not the shiggy.
No, it's not the shiggy. It's his dance called the shoot. So the whole time when you're going, you're like, shoot, shoot. And so in these commercials, they're always asking me to do like a touchdown dance. And I'm like, all right. So I always try to stay with what's going on, like what's relevant. So I didn't even know I could hit that move. And then actually when I was watching the video, I was like, dang, I can dance, you know?
Yeah.
Because like when I'm doing it, they had me like moonwalking, and I ain't supposed to moonwalking, but I was like moonwalking. I was like, I can legit like do the moonwalk. Like I was like proud of myself.
How's the crossover been?
Yeah, Dancing with the Stars?
I mean, hey, this is what
the football players do really well.
They
Jerry
do.
Rice, you know?
I know. I'm still waiting on the call, you know. So hopefully that comes soon.
Well, now you're in LA. They're watching.
Give me a mirror ball.
Yeah. Okay.
He knows.
And well, let's talk about football for a moment. You got Case Keenum coming on. Of course, people here in LA familiar with him from his time with the Rams. How's that going to change up your offense? And what can you improve in terms of offense?
We got a veteran quarterback, and it feels good. You know, he's been through the ranks. You know, we want to talk about a guy that's very humble when he comes into work. You know, he came in, I think, undrafted, free agent, and worked his way up, and he's been through the ranks from the Texans to the Rams, and then he got his big break, you know, with the Vikings, and ended up playing really well. So I'm very optimistic that Case can come in and get the job done. It's just tough though right now because I'm kind of like, you know, I played with Ben and then I played with Peyton, and you know, it's like, oh, I got a quarterback, and then last year I had going through like 3 different quarterbacks. Right. You kind of take a step back and you're like, okay, like let's see how this process is gonna go.
Do you say that there's a part of Case that reminds you of Peyton in a way?
You know, he's just a veteran quarterback. He comes to work every single day, and I just like how he is around the facility. You know, a lot of young guys, it's hard for them to take on that leadership role. Like, think about it. You're playing with me and Demarius. We both 9 years in the league, 30 years old, and then you got a young guy coming in 22, 23. Of course, he's not going to just take the reins. Right. Where Case is like, okay, I've been through the ranks. We've been in our 9th year. He's like, hey, look, I'm gonna lead this team, you know. I'm gonna speak up when things need to be done, you know, the whole 9 yards. So it's just a different vibe, that Peyton Manning type of vibe that, you know, I'm used to instead of, you know, a young guy.
Right.
Well, I have to say, I'm a Steelers fan. I'm a Broncos fan. But here in LA, since you're on an LA station, we have Raiders and Rams fans.
Yeah. Well, and Chargers
and
fans.
Chargers
which is
fans.
in the division
and Chargers.
here.
So what do you,
y'all probably should have never let me on here, but
what do you think about your competition? I mean, come on for the season.
Oh man, I tell you what, AFC West is tough, but it's there for the taking. I mean, you got the Chiefs, they got a new quarterback. Oakland got a new coach. You know, the Chargers, I feel like, you know, I like Phillip Rivers. You know, I played with him in the Pro Bowl, and just his charisma and just how he handles his business. I'm a fan of his, you know, but I got to beat that guy no matter what, you know. Yeah. So we got to win the division, but it's definitely tough, you know. But we still got to prevail, and we got to go out and win because last season was bad for us.
We're the same age, and it doesn't seem like Phillip Rivers has been playing forever. I mean, literally since forever.
I wasn't even worried about that. I remember him telling me how many kids he had. I was like, how can you have that many kids?
Well, let's talk about your kids, right? Because you're a great follow on Instagram, and we see some of your kids, and we've got some pictures of them as well. How do you balance that, the being a professional athlete, all the glamour of that, while at the same time having this beautiful family?
You know what? When I get home, my kids take all the pressure off me in the world, and I know it sounds very cliche, and I remember when people used to tell me that, I used to be like, yeah, whatever. But seriously though, when like I have a long day at work, and this football it's a lot of pressure, and especially being a receiver. So think about it. Von Miller, when I play with Von Miller goes out to practice, he's like yawning. He's like, okay, I run around the edge, I get to the quarterback. If I don't get there,
Listen to you.
then okay, whatever. You know, every single day I gotta catch passes. I gotta be on my A game. I can't drop a pass, or they're looking at me like, oh, like has he lost it? You know, like that's the pressure of being a receiver. And when I get home after a hard day at work, you know, my kids are there, and my daughter's running up, and she's like, Dad, because, you know, I went to Kevin Hart, and he was saying that, you never see kids when their mother gets home like, hey, let's go play. Like, they don't do that. It's only when their dad gets home, you know? Like, when I get home, like, their mama get home and they're like, okay, like, you know? But when I get home, my son's like, oh, yeah, dad's home. You know, and some days it's like, hold up. Like, give me
the best feeling in the world, though.
Yeah, it is. I love it. Well, you know, it takes the pressure off.
Speaking of someone who loves you.
We don't want you to retire anytime soon, but I know after football you are thinking about maybe going into broadcasting, right? So part of that is reading the teleprompter. And I want you to read something for you that I wrote. And the backstory here is our executive producer, Haley Hurst, is an enormous fan of you. And she wanted you to be on the show really bad. She's actually out producing at the Orange County Fair right now.
There she is.
So I've got something that I want you to read that's on the screen right now, if you don't mind looking into that camera.
Let's go. Haley Hurst, I love you. You are a fantastic executive producer, and we're proud to have you as a fan of our team. Go Broncos, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Okay. Haley's being fanned because she is so hot right now.
By the way, really good.